Today we're going to learn how to complete long division problems following the steps divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, and repeat if needed. If those steps are too hard to remember, you can relate them to a family and think of the D as the dad, M as mom, S as sister, B as brother, and R as Rover the dog. Over here we have a 3-digit dividend and a 1-digit divisor for our problems today. Let's start with our first step, divide. You ask how many groups of 5 can go in to the number 9. We can make one group of 5 from 9, so we write the 1 above the 9. Our next step is to multiply, so we multiply 1 times 5 to get 5. We write our answer right below and go to our next step, which is subtract. Here we subtract 9 minus 5 to get 4. After subtract, we bring down the next number in our dividend. It helps to make a little arrow there to know which numbers you're bringing down and what numbers you still need to bring down. After bring down over here, we have repeat. You won't always have to repeat, but in this problem, since we have not divided into every digit here in our dividend, we do need to repeat. So we're going to start our steps over with divide and ask how many groups of 5 can go into 47. We can make 9 groups and we write our 9 above the 7. We then multiply 9 times 5 to get 45. And when we go to our next step, subtract, we get 2. After subtract is bring down, so we will bring down our last digit, which is 6. We look and see if we have to repeat. Up here we have not divided into every digit. We still need to divide into that 6 that we brought down, so we will repeat. We're going to ask divide, how many groups of 5 can go into 26? I can make 5 groups of 5. Next we multiply 5 times 5 to get 25. Our next step is subtract. 26 minus 25 is 1. And now, since we go up here to bring down our next step, there are no more numbers to bring down. So now we have this 1 down here. This R sometimes is repeat, but could also be called your remainder. A remainder is what you have left over when you have divided your dividend into equal groups. Our final quotient is 195, remainder 1. We're now going to try this one more time. The dividend is 872, and we are breaking it up into 4 groups. So we'd like to know how many will be in those groups. This is where we start our steps again. Divide. How many groups of 4 can go into 8? We can have 2 groups of 4 go into 8. You then multiply as your next step. 2 times 4, which is 8. Our next step after multiply is subtract. 8 minus 8 is 0. Now we go to bring down, and the number we need to bring down is the 7. Right here we're at repeat. We have not divided into every digit, so we will repeat. How many groups of 4 can go into 7? We can make one group of 4 from 7. We then multiply 1 times 4 to get 4. Our next step is subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3. We're now on bring down. Since there is a number to bring down, I will bring down my 2. And then I go up to repeat. I do need to repeat. I haven't divided into that 2 yet, so I'm going to start over and divide and ask how many groups of 4 can go into 32. We can have 8 groups of 4 go into 32. Next step is multiply. 8 times 4 is 32. After we multiply, we subtract 32 minus 32 and get 0. Here we're at bring down. There are no more digits for us to bring down, and we don't need to repeat anything, and we also don't have a remainder because there's nothing left over. So here our quotient is just 218. Although the steps for long division can be confusing, Just remember DMSBR, and to relate them to your family, you can think of dad, mom, sister, brother, and the dog Rover, which means divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, and repeat if needed. Good luck.